Hi, welcome to Making All the Plans. I'm Connie, and if we haven't met before, I'm a busy mom of two active kids, and both my husband and I have full-time careers. My goal is to share with you how I stay on top of all life throws at me in one planner so that you might be able to do the same. I am working on planning out my week. This is last week, and this is my decorated week. If you missed that video, I will drop in a card and link it down below. But I thought I would go ahead and fill in my weekly reflection. I don't normally do this on camera, but I thought that I would just quickly answer the questions. I have tweaked these questions from the HB90 planner as well as a few other places so that they better fit me and my routines. The first question is, did you start your week with a weekly reset and how did it impact your week? And I did not start my week with a weekly reset. However, I did over plan my week and that really worked out well. So I went through and really broke down tasks into a finer grain than I normally do, other than making all the plans, and that really helped. The second question is, what was your biggest win this week? And really just getting back on track after a bad week was a big win for me. Sometimes it takes a while, and I was able to get back at it and be productive last week, so I was very proud of myself for that. The third question is, what behaviors brought you closer to your goals this week? And one was go slow, don't stop. That's from Michelle B. Biting off one small task at a time and getting back to using my Pomodoro methods. Those things really helped get me out of my funk and be productive even though other areas of my life were still busy. I did come back and write in one more, and that was deleting Facebook off of my phone. I cannot count the number of times since that I have picked my phone up and tried to open Facebook. So deleting that app, and I deleted all the games off my phone, has really saved me a lot of time. The fourth question is, what behaviors didn't bring you closer to your goals this week? And really, binge watching Netflix was the big one. There are some new shows out this week that I really want to watch, but I need to be better about balancing out watching Netflix versus listening to a podcast or reading a book or listening to Libby. And these last few questions, I feel like there are similar answers every week, but one is, what support do you need next week to make your life easier? And that's just some quiet time for me. What is one thing you can do today that will make next week easier? And I put planning out the week. And then, did you spend time in nature? I said only watching soccer. Did you make time for self-care? If not, stop and do that now. And as soon as I'm finished recording the video, I did paint my nails. And then now complete your weekly reset. And most of it was completed this week, so I am happy about that. It was easier to do my weekly reflection this week since it was a good week overall. Last week was a little bit harder since my week had not gone well. So I feel like the easier the week, the easier it is to fill out the reflection, but I'm definitely finding usefulness in it, and reflecting really does help me think through next week and how I want it to look. So let's go ahead and get the meal planning done for this week. I was smart and pawned some of the meal prep and work off to my husband this week. He made chili on Sunday night, and he's also going to make beef tacos tonight. I also have chicken and ground beef in the fridge that need to be used. So Tuesday I thought I'd do chicken fried rice. Wednesday meatloaf. Thursday we'll order pizza for Halloween. And then Friday we'll just do some burgers. I am going to slate when I want the weekly home blessing tasks to fall. The house did get cleaned this week, but we are having company over on Thursday for trick or treat, and I would like the house to be freshened up and just company ready. And for some reason, I thought that I would be able to just plan out my week with my week still in my planner, and that's just not possible. Some page has to come out in order to review what I did accomplish last week versus what needs moved over to this week. So I have my HB90 notebook and all of my tasks from last week. The first thing that I did was throw away all of my health tracking items. I decided in my November reset for my tasks that I would not be tracking those things right now, and hopefully either in December or January I will start adding those things back in. Then I'm moving over my completed post-its and realized that I was putting them on the wrong month. It is actually October, it's not September. So I moved them over to October, and that's usually the first thing that I do is move over any completed tasks. Had already gone through and checked off everything that I had completed. So out of what was it, 5 weeks this month, I did print stickers 3 of those weeks, so I'm pretty happy about that. I did change the furnace filter, and I got quite a bit of work done on my videos. I do have the back door ready to go, other than them telling me the exact date that they're coming out. So that's exciting. I do still need to open a bank account. On Sunday, I do want to print stickers. I do have monthly tracking and the analytics review to do this weekend as well after the first. And then I have to get the Christmas printable finalized. And I was also hoping to get an email list started. Not that I'm ready to send out email blasts for anything, but just to start collecting those names so that if you're interested in getting a notification for things like the holiday printable, that is available and ready to go. So lots of one-off tasks this week. We'll see how many of them I get completed. The email list has fallen by the wayside multiple times, so we'll see if I can actually get that across the finish line this week. And then I'll go ahead and move over the videos that I want to work on. This is the time where I write in the themes of the videos that I'll be working on for the next 2 weeks. So I will take those post-it notes for now until November 9th and move those over, because even though they may not get finalized, I do want to start working on them, whether it be scripting them or getting any printouts ready or anything like that. I do like to try to work ahead, and I've been working in that just-in-time method, and I'm ready to start working ahead again. We are having a lull in soccer, if you haven't heard. My son's high school soccer team did just lose, so we're out of the tournament. And even though he has practice for his club team starting, I don't have anything to do with that until the weekend before Thanksgiving. So I am hoping to capitalize on the lull that I have and really get ahead in all my making all the plans tasks and knocking off some of those tasks that I need to do around the house. Hopefully we'll have some good weather so I can get a few of the outside tasks completed. If you're new, the aqua post-it notes are representing all of those standard videos, like my monthly videos, my weekly videos. The pink ones are things that are different and take a little bit more time. So that's why I like to differentiate their colors. The orange ones are more admin tasks. The yellow right now is more for learning and growing. And the purple is for Instagram and reviewing comments. And I just combined those into one so that it didn't take up as much room on this page. I did realize that I had already done my November monthly, so I did go ahead and move that over to the completed tasks page in my HB90 notebook. So after I get this last post-it note moved over for my making all the plans, I will start moving over my personal and my home tasks for this week. My personal tasks have been simplified greatly. Really, all I'm doing is tracking my weight and taking my measurements once a month. Other than that, I have put everything else on the back burner, and I will come back and revisit those things at the beginning of each month. So I'll just move these two little post-it notes over that I cut down so that it doesn't take up as much room on this page. And then I will move on to my home tasks. I am going to throw away replacing the bushes. We missed brush pickup by a day, so we ended up not pulling out the bushes. We'll have to wait until the spring to do that now, but I am going to move over cleaning the home exterior and replacing the back door and washing the windows. So hopefully I can still get those things in before the weather turns permanently. The next step is to take my making all the plans tasks and write them out on my task list so that I can better plan out when I'm going to do each task. And this may seem repetitive and time consuming, but on this particular day, I spent 45 minutes in my planner. I do try to cut some things out and speed it up just a little bit, but I only spent 45 minutes doing this, which I don't feel like that's too bad. And then the decorating part, it only was about a half an hour. So an hour and 15 minutes to jumpstart my productivity for the week. I think it's definitely worth it. But let's get these tasks moved over. I did speed this up to 3 times the regular speed. I do start by writing out all the video themes for the next 2 weeks, and I do that in chronological order if I can. It just really helps me when I'm planning things out and getting things done if they're in order chronologically. If I was way ahead of the game, maybe it wouldn't matter as much, but since I'm still trying to get ahead, the order really does help. Then down at the bottom, I will do those one-off tasks, and then Insta and comments and admin are kind of on their own as well. You may have seen me break out the whiteout tape for that first line, and I did not write over it right away because I feel like if you let it sit for a minute, it just firms up and it's easier to write on. So that's why I went back and wrote that in. This dark pink I am going to use for the dates that I want a video to go up. And for the admin tasks, the dark pink is when I actually want to complete that task. So this week I'm trying to be more intentional on going back and actually writing in how many task blocks I spend on each task each day. So for example, editing this video took probably 2 to 3 task blocks. So we'll see when I get done, but I'll either write a 2 or a 3 in that first block where it says 1028 weekly number 1, which really it's number 2, but I will write the number of task blocks on the day that I do them, and then I'll put a total at the end column. And a task block is any 30-minute period. Once I get this plan mapped out, I will lay out this page along with my weekly spread so that I can start looking at the calendar and figuring out when I can make strides towards finishing each one of these tasks for my week. And I just realized that I had not even written in my calendar for the week yet, so I will start by doing that. I first grab this metal ruler, and I will realize pretty quickly that I cannot draw a straight line to save my life with this metal ruler. It does have a piece of cork behind it, and it doesn't let your pen sit flush against the edge of the ruler. So I tend to tilt my pen and it goes under the ruler, so I cannot get a straight line. The time where that metal ruler is useful, because normally I would just throw it away since it drives me crazy, but there are times when I'm trying to use like a felt tip pen, and the metal ruler is actually better because the ink may get on the side of the ruler, but then it won't smear against the paper, if that makes sense. So Monday and Tuesday will be heavy meeting days at work. Wednesday, I just have one meeting right now. Thursday, I am planning on taking at least the afternoon off. but we'll have to make sure that everything is in order. My boss was gone last week, so just need to make sure that everything is still in order before I actually take Thursday off. And then Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, there is nothing on the calendar yet, so pretty amazing. In addition, we do fall back an hour on Sunday, so we'll gain an hour. I'm pretty excited about that as well. And I'm hoping that helps me kickstart my morning routine a little bit and helps me be able to get out of bed. I used to color code all of the items on my calendar, but I felt like that was getting a little overwhelming and messy, so I stopped doing that. I'm not sure if I will start that again or not. I did like the color coding, especially for the kids stuff. I did write in a dentist appointment for my son. I don't need to take him, but he needs to go. And it would be nice to have a better visual other than just tucking it off to the right-hand side of that column. So we'll see. I am going to use my dot tip markers in order to write out my tasks for the week. I figured pink could be for making all the plans, purple would be for home tasks, and then orange would be for work. I won't drop any work tasks in until after this voiceover since I haven't really started thinking about work. And I'm betting that since my boss was out last week, I will get a phone call fairly early this morning to go over what he needs me to do. And then I can kind of mix in the tasks that I already know that I need to complete this week. So I'm starting by looking at that first line, which is finishing this video, and that is the first task for Monday. And then I'll move down to the next item, which is the monthly meal planning. And I'll figure out when I need to do that in order to get that up on Tuesday. So basically, I need to do the whole kit and caboodle today unless my husband decides not to cook tonight because the soccer schedule just changed. But I will just continue to work through each item and then I will map out which day the task needs done, whether it's scripting, videoing, editing, or scheduling, or doing some other prep involved in getting that video out. So it might be making a printable or printing out stickers or anything along those lines. And then I also like to write in red which videos I want to be published on which days. And I started doing this last week and I really liked having that visual. So I am going to go ahead and jot those in before I continue on planning out my tasks for the week. But as I'm planning out my tasks, I'll write them on a day of the week, and then I will go back over to that grid and highlight with the lighter pink which days I plan on working on each of those items. So I can't do much prep for November goals ahead of the first. So on Friday, I want to script, video, edit, and schedule my November goals video. And so then I will hop back over to this grid and I will highlight in light pink Friday. So I will just go back and forth between my weekly spread and this grid layout of my tasks. And I'll just jump back and forth until each item has been fleshed out in my weekly spread. So I will jump ahead to having all of those tasks laid out for the week. Let me know if you are planning along with me and you would rather me just put some music behind and continue to plan things out, or if you want me to jump ahead like this. The purple marker is for all of my home tasks that I want to accomplish. So I'll just go ahead and move all my weekly home blessing tasks over to the week itself. Like I said, we do have people coming over Thursday for trick or treat, so I just want to refresh my house by then. I just broke down those tasks between Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. I figured if I take Thursday off, which I'm planning on, I can get those last few tasks finished on Thursday. Otherwise, it would be hard to squeeze all of the cleaning and everything into just 3 days when I'm pretty sure I need to go to work on Tuesday and I'm guessing Wednesday as well. I did mention that I will use my orange dot tip marker to denote any work tasks that I end up adding to this list. So I'm feeling pretty good about this week. Let me know what your week is looking like, if it's crazy busy or if you can get back into your routine. It looks like Thursday night is going to be the only night where things are going to be a little bit crazy and hectic, which I am greatly looking forward to. I love Halloween and I love getting to see all the little kids running around in their cute Halloween costumes. Let me know what your plans are for the week down below, and I hope that everybody has a great Halloween, a great week of getting things done, and just kicking off November right. But thanks for coming along with me. If you like this video, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. I hope you have a great week. See you in my next video. Bye.